friends, my name is Sarah, and today we are celebrating Banned Books Week by talking about some of my favorite banned and challenged books. If you are not familiar with it, Banned Books Week is a week-long event that takes place every year in order to celebrate the freedom we have to read. This year it takes place from September the 25th to October the 1st in celebration of the freedom to read. Today I am sharing with you some of my favorite books that have been banned or challenged over the years. Up first, we have Gone with the Wind by Margaret Mitchell. This Pulitzer Prize-winning novel that tells the story of Scarlett O'Hara, the daughter of a Southern plantation owner in the Civil War and antebellum period, has been banned many times over the decades since it was first published, primarily for its realistic portrayal of slavery in the American South and for its offensive language. Despite the fact that it has been banned and challenged numerous times in the years since it was first published, Gone with the Wind remains one of the most well-loved classics and influential books of the 20th century. Up next we have In Cold Blood by Truman Capote. In Cold Blood gives the true account of the 1959 murder of the Clutter family, and in it, Capote reconstructs the murder investigation that led to the eventual arrest, trial, and execution of the accused killers. It is an incredible, gripping story that is a well-loved classic of the 20th century and has been banned many times over the years for its profanity, sex, and violence. Up next we have To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. This Pulitzer Prize-winning novel is arguably one of the most well-loved classics of the 20th century, and it tells the story of Tom Robinson, a black man who is accused of rape, and Atticus Finch, the white lawyer who defends him. Again, it is one of the most well-loved and known pieces of literature to come out of the 20th century and has been banned or challenged many times in the years since its publication for being degrading, profane, racist, and promoting white supremacy. Up next we have The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. J.R.R. Tolkien is the grandfather of the modern fantasy genre, and the fantasy genre as we know today owes much to the Lord of the Rings trilogy. But despite the immense fan base that this incredible story has created, and despite the fact that J.R.R. Tolkien himself was a Christian and many of the elements of his story are allegorical, this book has been both banned and burned for being satanic and promoting the occult and Satanism. Up next we have A Separate Peace by John Knowles. This World War II novel that tells the story of two best friends and the events that happened to them one summer at an all-boys boarding school in New England has been a bestseller for more than 30 years and was one of my favorite pieces of literature I read in high school. Despite its prestige and acclaim, it has been banned and challenged multiple times over the years for offensive and unsuitable language and has been called a filthy, trashy sex novel. Up next we have The Hunger Games trilogy by Suzanne Collins. If you've not heard of this trilogy, you've been living under a rock for the last 10 years or so because it has taken the world by storm with the original trilogy and the resulting 4-movie franchise that finished up last year with Mockingjay Part 2. However, despite this series' success and acclaim and the millions of people worldwide who absolutely adore it, The Hunger Games has been banned and challenged many times in the years since its initial publication for issues like insensitivity, violence, offensive language, being considered anti-family, anti-ethnic, and promoting the occult or Satanism. The individual books were challenged as some of them came out, and the entire series was number 5 on the most banned books of 2011. Up next we have one of my all-time favorites, A Wrinkle in Time by Madeleine L'Engle. This incredible book that tells the story of Meg and Charles Wallace Murray as they go on an adventure with Mrs. Who, Mrs. What, and Mrs. Which, and their friend Calvin O'Keefe to save their father, has won numerous awards since its publication and is an incredibly well-known and loved children's classic of the 20th century. However, despite the fact that Madeleine L'Engle herself was a Christian, this one makes the top 100 most banned books list and has been banned many times over the years for promoting witchcraft, demonism, crystal balls, and undermining religious beliefs. And finally, one of the most banned and challenged individual books and series of the last couple of decades, we have the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. The Hunger Games trilogy was an international phenomenon in its own right, but nothing can match the Harry Potter series for the cultural effect it has had over the last almost 2 decades since its initial publication. Individual books and the series as a whole have been on or at the very top of the most banned books list for multiple years since the first book was published in 1997. The books have primarily been banned for being considered anti-family and promoting the occult, Satanism, and witchcraft. Well, there you have it, friends. Those are just a few of the books that I love that have been banned or challenged over the years since their initial publication. I would love to hear what some of your favorite banned books are and how you are celebrating the freedom we have to read during Banned Books Week 2016. If you want to follow me elsewhere online, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads, all at Sarah Ann Hayes. The links for those profiles will be in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye! This Pulitzer Prize, despite the fact that it has. Up next we have To Kill a Mockingbird by not Margaret Mitchell. Mrs. Watch and Mrs. Watch, books for individual.